My name is Kelly Rawlings. I am the editorial director of Diabetes Forecast magazine. That's the magazine published by the American Diabetes Association for people living with diabetes and their loved ones. And I'm also a person living with diabetes. I've had type 1 for 42 years now.
Wow.
A long
Amazing.
time. Can you believe it?
That's crazy.
Well, the most part is for my job, for the magazine. We get all kinds of ideas about stories that we should investigate and pursue in the future. Because we have top researchers and scientists and clinicians here, we meet the people who will be great experts for our stories, the people who really know their stuff, who know the stats, who understand how the studies were composed, and who really are good at explaining then what that means to my life, to your life, how we might apply these things and how we take care of ourselves, how we might work with our healthcare providers. So it's great for the magazine. Personally, it's just a wonderful place to be with so much excitement and enthusiasm for truly making a difference in diabetes. Sometimes we feel like our healthcare providers don't listen to us, or that the drug companies charge us way more money than they should for the medications we need. But when I come to this meeting, the scientific sessions by the ADA, I really don't feel any of that. I just feel like we're all working together and trying to collaborate on making life better. And to me, that's really important. I think I've seen a little increased interest in some of the psychosocial aspects of living with diabetes, whether you're living with type 2 and have to make a lot of lifestyle changes and exercise and what you eat. I'm also seeing that in understanding the burden of intensive insulin therapy and all the things we have to do to try to take our medication, avoid hypos, but also keep that blood glucose in that very narrow line of control. So a lot of interest in behavioral and psychosocial things. There's been a huge interest in technology, both better meters, better pumps, but also how we use data from those devices to better control our care, to share it with our healthcare providers, to use it ourselves to make changes that will help us control our blood glucose. So tech is definitely a big buzzword here right now in many ways. Well, when I discovered when I discovered GBDOC online, regularly tweeting, holding discussions and conversations, it was a thrill for me to be able to realize that some of my experiences living with diabetes were absolutely mirrored by people in other countries. Our healthcare system may be different. I may have to pay more for my health insurance. You may get things covered with the way your government works. But the things that we have to do, things we have to understand, there's a lot of commonalities. And I think just being able to discuss that, for me anyway, it makes me more aware. It also keeps my interest and my focus on diabetes sharper. Sometimes maybe you feel like this, you get really tired of all the things you have to do to take care of yourself, but somehow when I'm talking about that with somebody else, that burden is lightened. I'm not carrying diabetes by myself, we are carrying it together, and I think that's been for me the biggest part about social media and diabetes. Now, one thing I hope about this, though, is that we get more people involved, right? There's so many people, unlike you and me, who do not realize what a wonderful resource our peers are on social media. And so I'm really looking forward to things that we can do and collaborate on to sometimes get away from our phones or our iPads and figure out how to go out in our communities and share with other people some of this great bonding and friendship sharing when it comes to taking care of ourselves.